Alright, I'm in Glenwood Springs. I got to ride pretty quick, and the guy told me that there is a place where people camp out over here. I think it's actually this down by the river, but I'm going up this way first just so I can get a good vantage point. That canyon we passed through is crazy. So yeah, I think hopefully if he's right about the camping out here, then I will yeah, this is probably not the way, but then I will stay here for a while and start editing a bunch of videos, getting those up, because Lord knows I'm bad at that. So thinking maybe if I just allocate the time, I will do better. I don't know, I guess I'll just keep walking. So this is where the guy who dropped me off recommended that I go busk. But the problem with places like this is there's always someone there already. And I mean, obviously it's like they've got a whole PA system and different band members, and there's probably multiple acts coming up, and like, so this is not like this is not a busking place. You have to get approval to busk here probably. I guess this is at least part of the hot springs. Using a hot spring water, something like that. Maybe it's unrelated completely and they just try to sell it that way. I don't know. Here's a little hobo camp down here. It's a little hard to tell, but it does not look like anybody's sleeping here right now. There's a big pile of trash right there, which kind of worries me, given that there are bears around. Every trash can I've seen so far in the town has been bear proof, and the guy on the way down said he has bears rummaging through his trash cans every night if he leaves them open. So I don't know. I wonder if this is a reference to Slab City or if it's just because this is a slab. Who knows? So I believe this would be the Hobo Hot Springs, which has water coming up, the same water that feeds the hot springs over here, but this is free. So obviously I don't think I would jump into this one necessarily, but that over there might not be too bad. Kind of a mixture of the spring water and the river water. It does smell like sulfur around here, which is a thing. I found this rock just laying on the ground, and on this side you can see a few crystals have formed in that little cavity. I think there is a lot of crystals around here, crystals and cool rocks and stuff. So I will probably at some point be spending some time looking through all these rocks. They're all like covered in sulfur, as you can see. But I bet you there's some interesting little samples around. Found another cool rock here, which is like this really hard black stuff down here with a little crack in it that got filled in with cement, and then some more rock on top. I mean, it looks so much like cement, it almost makes me wonder if this is like a brick or something, but I think if it was a brick, it wouldn't quite look like this. I could be wrong, but there's lots of weird shaped rocks down there. And there actually were a couple of bricks as well that did not look like this one. Yeah, those bricks down there are what you would probably find if you were actually looking for bricks. Got some more right there. This does not look like a brick, which leads me to believe that it was naturally formed like this. Stuff got in the crack, solidified, and now you've got this piece that just looks like it came out of a brick wall, albeit one that was made using a very natural looking stone. Look how red that mountain is. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but that's a bright red mountain right there. It's a pretty cool place to wake up. Ugh. Yep, devil's beating his wife. If you've never heard that phrase before, you can just go ahead and guess what it means. So the problem with Glenwood Springs for me right now is that I'm sleeping over here, and everything over here is super expensive. So I really can't do much right here, you know, other than the library, which is right there, which is nice. Everything else is just like, you know, tourist trap. I mean, I'm sure the restaurants are really nice and stuff. I shouldn't say tourist trap. I should just say, like, you know, middle class person trap. So for me, like, I'm going over here to get coffee. This Chomp's Deli looks okay. I might go there later. It looks reasonably priced. And just like all these restaurants around here are just way too expensive for me. You know, I'm not interested in going to like a bookstore or tchotchke shop or anything like that. So I mean, if I wanted to go somewhere, there's like a Walmart down here. There's a few things down there. I'll probably make my way down there at some point. But yeah, I'm just kind of like, I mean, it's totally fine. Ultimately, all I really need is the power from the library. I can walk a little bit to get coffee, and I can eat the food that I have in my pack. Just when I need to get more of that, I'm gonna have to either go down to the Walmart or over to like Target over here, or I think there was something this way, but maybe these aren't actually. Anyway, not relevant, but yeah, I'm planning on being here for a week, so I'm gonna need to figure this stuff out at some point. Yeah, I can't imagine busking this place. It just seems like it would be so intimidating. Like, there's so many people. The expectations around here, I feel like, would be very high. If I just got up there and started plucking away on my ukulele, it would just be, I mean, it might be fine, but I feel like it would not be fine. I would rather go like across the river to the gas station and play there if I'm gonna play anywhere. Got a new hat pan. I think I was overcharged for it, honestly, but you know, something to commemorate what is now, I think, my favorite state, Colorado. You've surpassed Oregon. Oregon, you are now my second favorite state. I'm sorry to break it to you. But yeah, good times. Well, I just sat down and played a little bit just to shake the rust off, really, when there's a lot of rust. You don't play for a couple days and it's like you've never played at all. But I got $10 out of it anyway. Some pity bucks. That's not bad. So I think I'm gonna try and do a little bit of busking every day. Just keep myself sharp, keep my skills up to par. Maybe by the end of the week I'll get back to somewhere I can kind of be proud of. Hey, if I feel really good at the end of the week, maybe I'll go under that bridge and do some busking. But we'll see about that. I was also thinking, this bridge here usually has a bunch of people on it. And if I were to go out to the one of these little pockets over here, one of these little lookout points, and play my music there, that would be kind of a relatively low commitment place to busk, which still has lots of foot traffic. Most people will probably just pass right by, which is what I want, really. The occasional person might stop and listen and give me a few bucks. I decided to take a little walk down to the, what is this? I guess this is the south side of Glenwood Springs. There's a nice view of the mountain right here. I don't know what mountain that is, or, you know. I know Aspen's down this road, but I don't really know If it's in that mountain or if there's a turn somewhere, not too sure. But Glenwood Springs, like a lot of mountain towns, is just a long town. So there is a bus. I just wanted to walk it this time just to see. But I probably will not be doing that in the future. You know, this is really the kind of hat that I need. It's like a stiff leather rather than my like I don't know, felt polyester hat. But this is also probably like $200. I saw all this stuff on the top of the hill when I was coming into town, but for some reason I didn't notice that you can see it so clearly from right here. That's got to be pretty cool up there. And it's not like, I don't know, maybe that is the tallest mountain around. You can see the gondolas going up to there. There's just like a little theme park on top of the hill. I think that's pretty neat. Look at what I just found. So that, I mean, that's a gem right there of some sort. It's not like, you know, it's not just coming right out. Look at that. Look at that red. What is this? Now I'm at the point where like I've been looking at geology stuff, but I wish I had been paying more attention to like identifying stones, because I didn't think I was going to be finding like this kind of stuff. That's really cool. I might take that to a rock shop later today, see if they'll trade me something for it. It's got some quartz coming in right here too. I wonder if you break it open, would there be stuff inside of there? Maybe not, but like it does look like, you know, there's little bits here and there. It's like, I think it's inside of all of these little quartz bubbles. So I wonder if you just started cutting this thing open, cutting through those bubbles, I wonder what it would look like. Maybe like a horizontal cut right there. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. It's so cool though. So this morning, well, no, let me rewind. So it rained a lot last night. It rained a lot yesterday, and then it rained more last night. And I had my tent set up in the way that I usually do. Just kind of the tarp laid over top, a couple of rocks set on top of it to keep it down. And I stayed dry all night, but unfortunately, for some reason, some water got through, like a lot of water got through, and a bunch of my stuff got soaked. This shoe being one of them. I mean, you can see it's wet now, but it's been a couple of hours, and it was absolutely, I mean, I poured water out of it in the morning. It got filled with water, and I tried to just like use baby powder to soak up as much of it as I could and stuff, but it was not a good situation. The other shoe was fine. You can see right now. One of them's wet, the other one's not. The other shoe was fine. I mean, it was a little wet, but not that bad. And then the other thing that got wet was my hat. My hat was soaking wet, so I left that behind to hopefully dry out a little bit. So far today, it's been just like a little bit of rain on and off, so hopefully that continues. If it doesn't rain hard, then it should be fine. But I mean, I checked my tarp. I looked around on it. Visually, at least, there were no holes. But it is an old tarp, so maybe it's just got a bunch of micro holes that are letting water through, and then over the course of, you know, if you get an hour of rain, you can get like, you know, a decent amount can just kind of seep its way in. So that's like really bad, as it turns out. If my tarp is not working, then I'm really in danger of just getting drenched every time it rains, and I don't like that. And I have enough money to replace it, but I don't have that much money. If I had to replace that and then also a couple of other things, I might be, you know, I might be at 0 pretty quickly there. But tarp is like one of those things where, like, if you need to replace it, you need to replace it. So I might just have to do that. Alright, today's Thursday. My original plan was to leave on Friday, but I think I'll actually leave on Monday. But the looming question is, what am I doing once I'm done here? I've been saying that I want to go down to Aspen, if only to see what it is. Everything I've heard is that Aspen's where like the really, really rich people go. And so I don't think there's going to be too much for me over there, but I'd like to see it anyway, because I've also heard it's very beautiful. And then after that, I mean, I kind of wanted to go down like to the southwest a little bit, maybe. Obviously, I've already been down to the southwest, so there's nothing like new over there. Yeah, I'd like to get a job to save up some more money. I mean, and also just try to get myself back in the working mindset, you know? Because there's a certain amount of truth to the people that say I've gotten lazy. I mean, it's arguable whether I've gotten lazy or whether I've always been lazy. It's also arguable whether lazy is the right word in this context. But either way, getting back into working life, kind of trying to inch myself closer and closer to being a normal member of society again. Not that I think that'll last too long. I don't want to be a 9-to-5er working for the same company for 35 years. It's just not something I've ever wanted, and especially not right now. But I would like to be a little more normal for a little bit. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So anyway, the idea is, I think what I want to do is I want to go back towards Colorado Springs and try and get a job down there. If I can, there's also the Tucson Gem Show I wanted to go to, which is in February. I think I have to cross the road here. It's the problem with walking and talking. I get distracted. I want to go to the Tucson Gem Show, just because that's been an interest of mine lately, and that's apparently like the biggest one in the United States, and that happens in February. So I've got a few months until then. You know, if I were following by what has been my usual pattern up until now, I would probably just work for like a month or two and then go down to Tucson. But I wouldn't mind working a little longer than that even. And thinking I might try and like restructure the way I do my videos and do more of this, like, you know, several weeks of like more focused traveling where I'm actually doing something, you know, exploring a place I haven't been before, you know, seeing something in particular, maybe doing less of the just kind of wandering. If I'm going to go somewhere, I want to have a purpose while I'm there. Right, and I don't want the videos to be so, you know, there's like 4 or 5 videos just of me going from like Houston up to Wichita, and there wasn't a whole lot actually happening during that time, and I feel like that really kind of like killed the momentum of whatever I was doing. I think all these Colorado videos are going to be good, so I'd like to do more stuff like this, seeing a cool area of the country, doing it on foot on a budget, but also having money from a job would be nice. So anyway, there's 5 minutes of rambling, see what you can get out of that, future me. Like I said, I've been loving looking at the rocks lately. And there's so much of this cool, like, green, blue stuff around here. I mean, there's so much of the red as well. Which I was talking to a lady in the rock shop yesterday. She said most of this is just red sandstone. but if you find a piece of it that's harder and smoother, it could be red jasper. Like, I don't know, maybe some of this stuff looks like it could be red jasper. I've seen some really cool pieces of this that are like super red and black. What else? Look at this. This rock peeking out right here is so blue. It's like robin's egg blue. Yeah, you know, it would be nice to have a big old truck and have $1 million to buy a house in the hills up here somewhere and just live in this paradise of Colorado. But you know what? The second best way to see Colorado, I think, is the way I'm doing it right now. You know, I get to actually be out in the nature, camping out in the woods. I'm not paying a dime to stay here. You know, I'm still paying the high prices, but I'm not paying for hotel rooms. I'm not paying for nothing else, and I get to just soak it all in and have a good time. And you know what? That's worth quite a bit, actually. Weather's pretty unpredictable here. Storms just kind of roll through. Got some lightning and thunder, and that's not great. I'm gonna have to deal with that. Just a little far away for me to tell what that is. Some sort of weird little badger or something, I don't know. I think, interesting mushroom alert here, I think this is like a ground, what do they call them? Earth. I should have looked it up before I started talking. But I think this is a type of mushroom that, like, it grows up and then it opens. I think they're called earth stars. There's like the Texas earth stars are like a particular kind that people hunt for in Texas. We're not that close to Texas, but then this is no earth star. It's just, it is an interesting shape. It's probably related. So I was just running over to the library and I wanted to get something quick to eat on the way. And I stopped by this place and saw they had slices of pizza. This was $8. I mean, it's just super greasy and really thin and not a particularly big slice. It's got a lot of cheese on it, which is nice, but yeah, that's not an $8 slice. I'm sorry. All right, I'm moving on from Glenwood Springs. It's been fun. I did not get as much done as I wanted to. I thought if I took a week, I could get, like, you know, at least 4, maybe 6 videos done, but it did not work out that way. I did get most of them rough edited, so that's good, but the you know, there's all kinds of stuff I need to do, recording narrations and reading all the donations and making thumbnails, and I need to record some music so that I can make some montages for a couple parts. So that's that's one of the big things, is it's like hard to find anywhere quiet, but I think that's also maybe just kind of an excuse. So anyway, I'm not sticking around here any longer. I've already been here more than a week, and I don't think I'm gonna get any more productive by just sitting around in the same place. So today I'm at least going to go to Walmart and go to the laundromat, get things cleaned up. I do want to go down to Aspen. It's very rude of you to interrupt me like that. Anyway, all I really wanted to say was that I want to go down to Aspen, but I don't want to spend a night there. So I want to go there and back again in one day. If I can do that today, I will. If everything's just taking too long, then I don't know. I was talking to one of the ladies at the Bluegrass Jam last night, and she gave me a suggestion for something to do in Aspen, so I'll check that out. And then once I get back over here, I need to go that away. So I think I already know where I'm going to be, what on-ramp I'm going to be hitchhiking on. I just need to get over there, and I'll probably end up spending one more night here at least, if not two. Just because I'm not confident that I'm going to be able to get everything done that I want to get done in one day. But you know, if I don't leave now, then I'm definitely not going to, so I need to get going. Alright, so this is Aspen. Let me kind of walk around and see what there is to see. Kind of thought the mountains might be a little bigger, but I guess they're big enough for skiing on. So unfortunately the bus dropped me off a little further away from where I wanted to be. I didn't want to walk too much once I got here, but it looks like that's what's going to be happening. Everything looks nice, you know. I like the landscaping. Here's the Prada store. That's what everybody says, is that this place is super, super rich. This is where all the billionaires come to buy their third vacation home. So I definitely do not belong here, and that's why I'm not going to spend the night here. I am just passing through and get back to Glenwood Springs before it gets dark. What do you think? I've got about $200 left. Should I get one pair of shoes? It's a cute little building of some sort. With a statue on it. It actually wasn't that far of a walk. I'm basically there already. It's like a few blocks. Aspen's really not that big, as you can tell. Here's a cool little courtyard. I guess this is like there's a city hall over here. And then over here you got a really nice vantage point on this mountain, at least. And then I guess these trees right here must be the John Denver Sanctuary that I was going to. The lady who told me about it, she said something about, so this area apparently used to be a big mining area, and this whole valley kind of got flooded with tailings, and then at some point there was some effort to remove all the tailings and restore an area to like what it looked like before, and that is the John Denver Sanctuary. I think it's just all this trees back here past the field. This is what I was talking about. This was a mining town to begin with, and then they restored this little sanctuary and named it after John Denver. I don't actually know that much about John Denver. I know like two of his songs. I can play one of them. I can play Country Roads, and I know Leaving on a Jet Plane as well. I just don't know all the lyrics. But you know, he's got a city named after him, so he must have been a pretty cool guy. So originally I had this section with a cover of Country Roads on it. That got copyright striked, and then I had other issues while editing, and things, I don't know why, but for some reason this episode's just cursed, and nothing went right while I was trying to export it. So many technical glitches. But so I'm just gonna talk over top of this for a little bit. and I'll let you see the environment and stuff. Sorry about the issues. I also had issues with the donations, so anybody who watched the original upload and had was wondering where your donations were, it was just an editing glitch, and yeah, pretty annoyed by that. But and either way, I mean, this is Aspen, and this John Denver sanctuary was really neat and looks really awesome, and I was happy to be there. Oh yeah, there's another John Denver song, Rocky Mountain High. I don't know this one very well. I don't think I could even sing it to you, but there it is. I'll go ahead and put my cover of Country Roads up on my second channel, Robo Hobo. That's where I'm putting most of my music type stuff. So if you want to see that, go over there. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty well, so you'll want to see that one. So, you know, I was saying that Aspen's like where all the billionaires live, which I'm kind of half joking about. I'm sure it's true, but also there's probably normal people that live here too. Maybe not in the city, but I would just imagine it's pretty expensive just about anywhere in Aspen. But man, it might be worth it. It might be worth the millions of dollars to live here, though. It's pretty cool. Can't deny it. I wonder if this is an old piece of like mining infrastructure. Maybe part of a chute or just a walkway of some sort. You know, a lot of people probably only see Aspen in the winter since it's a ski resort town. There's probably not a whole lot of people that come here in the summer, but it is absolutely beautiful. You probably get pretty good rates too if you're looking for a cheaper vacation up in the mountains. I think that's all I'm gonna have time for, really. Might be one or two more things on the way back to the bus, but I think that's pretty much Aspen, as much as I'm gonna see of it anyway. Alright, that's where I'm going to leave it for today. So that was Glenwood Springs and Aspen. Next video is going to be Telluride. I've just left Telluride as I'm recording this, and it was a great time. I was there for about a month, so I'll try to distill that all as best I can. And now I am heading down into New Mexico. Don't really know what I'm going to do there, but I've scouted out a couple things I want to see, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and read some donations. So first of all, I've got $10 from Michael. He said, "I like the way you share attractions. Keep up the great videos." Thank you very much, Michael. I'm not so sure how I approach attractions in particular. I kind of just like share whatever I see, you know, so if that's something notable, then that's great. But I never really go out to like find attractions, you know what I mean? But I'm glad that you found something to enjoy there. Thank you very much for your $10. Next, I've got $25 from Andy. He said, "Ross, you're doing a great job. Glad to see you enjoying Colorado. Hope you're preparing for winter." I am preparing for winter by leaving Colorado. But yeah, that's my usual MO. Thank you very much. And then I've got $20 from Brian, and he did not leave a comment. So thank you very much for the $20, Brian. Alright, then I have $10 from Geo. He said, "Go by DJ Hovani here. Keep on going, bro, techno." Thank you very much, DJ Hovani. Are you a real DJ? Do you play music and stuff? That's pretty cool. Maybe I should check it out, see what kind of music you're spinning. I've got $20 from Ken. He says, "You seem to be in a good place." I think I am. I think I've become a little more confident, and I think I'm doing all right. Thank you very much, Ken. Then I've got $10 from Gary S. He said, "Leadville and museum was really cool. Safe travels." Thank you very much, Gary. That is all the donations that I have for today. So look forward to the next one, and I will see you later.